You call this cooperation between harbingers? Cooperation involves communication.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities? Oh, it seems that some of—
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you.
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bar— Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is—
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, the real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually—
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat when— You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind.
What in the world are you—
The contract is fulfilled.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you— No, wait! That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you, and splat! This big—
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was—
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duty." I stood motionless among the crowd.
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Chising. Indeed I was. The Gnosis, which I had kept for so many years, suddenly seemed to have lost its meaning. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine power?
Of course. And it would have been just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has—
In the end, the resolution to all— Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the— Credit is also due to Senora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for— All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only— I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. They seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum
Huh? That doesn't—
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And—
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving?
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hand—
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Hey, haven't you learned the Liyue saying, don't always...
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zappolyarny Palace and seek...
Fine. I'll meet you there later.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made... My agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsari... Uncover that answer for yourself in your future.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now. Let's find shelter, quick! Watering works on plants, but not people. This weather is wild. Best thing to do is dive under the covers where it's dark and snug and warm.
Oh, well, since we're going through with this rite, I guess it means that those rumors...
So Rex Lapis is really...
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know what I think? There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. Youngish, pretty high in rank.
The Fatui? They certainly are very suspicious.
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights, Rex
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been...
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels...
Say, do you think the person who assassinated...
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. Yes, I mean, it all fits together. Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such things?
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millilith over there look...
Hear ye all! Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, gods and adepti live glorious lives. But both light and shadow have their rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was having been thwarted in his trial. Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the So that's how they're... Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention, could the Qixing already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his nose... Exactly, right? Make my escape. Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing.
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and...
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that
The long, unending dream of our
Now that we have awoken from our dream, will you stand with us as we
So concludes the words of Her Eminence. Does Her Eminence the Yuhung have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way!
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young.
The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, name your price.
Whoa.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
The cleanup of the prep.
Why, if you were looking for someone.
The cleanup of the premises. The cleanup of the premise.
Why, if you were looking for someone.
Roping you in was possibly the most masterful move we could have made.
I'm out of here! Hey, Zhongli! Look at this! Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that... And here you are looking all...
Why would I not feel more at ease? Right. If the two of you can spare...
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli.
You're right. I do lack the Mora. As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to... When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire.
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets it now. You didn't look... But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora...
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. The Archon Morax could never experience life as... I must thank... I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli. Travel... That is true. But there is no journey that does...
Paimon thinks that we should make a move...
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, in a... Yes, the nation has been closed. The Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before.
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people call...
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about...
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, this is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those.
Uh-huh. That's how people in Tibet...
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the...
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely...
Whoa, that's all.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun... The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now... Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond... 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of these... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation.
Onwards. We have work to do.
You